Good morning and welcome back to the allotment. On a really nice morning, not too warm, a little bit overcast, so perfect for doing a bit of graft on the allotment, which today I brought my dinner, I brought the tea requirements, and I'm going to try and start getting tidied up. First thing I'm going to do is get these teddy bear sunflowers out and drop a little bit of compost. In fact, I probably won't put the compost on there, I'll probably put manure on here. But before I do that, I'm going to take a couple of the heads off. That looks okay. Just to try and collect the seed. And if anybody's got any tips on how to dry those, normally what I've done in the past is put them in the greenhouse in a tray and just left them. A little bit of paper in the bottom of the tray. So hopefully I'll get plenty of seeds off them to do this again, because I have been really impressed with how this bed's looked, particularly around the outside at the bottom. But it's time for them to go. I came down yesterday to do a little bit just to keep the back moving, and I took some of those potatoes out and tidied that bed up, but I called it a day, not because of the back. I went to the rugby on Thursday night with my son-in-laws and some friends. It was quite a big game. Leeds Rhinos playing Hull KR, and Hull KR were the top of the league, Leeds Rhinos were fourth, so it was going to be a good game, but one that really we didn't expect Leeds to win. Did they win? Did they ever? They did, 28-6. But I'm not a big goer outer. So we've been out since about, I don't know, probably about 3:30. Kick-off wasn't till 8. So I'm feeling a little bit ropey yesterday. But I managed to do a little bit. No sooner do you get sorted out down here, get everything tidied, it gets back to storing more green waste. But what I'm going to do, because I've not got time to deal with this today, rather than just throw it down in front of the compost bays, I'm going to keep it in this ton bag. As I say, I've got quite a bit of time down here on the allotment this morning, so I'm hoping to get quite a lot done. There we go, that's a sunflower bed done. Let's get into the greenhouse now. Before we go in the greenhouse, I can just show you. So I've harvested those potatoes up to here. Weeded the bed. As you can see, all these boards need sorting out. And as I said in the last video, this winter, I'm going to get some replacement edges for it, whether that be slabs or scaffold boards. Probably scaffold boards, to be fair. But yeah, got that weeded. This row here and just here are the Desiree. They need to come out. We're not tipped for any rain until towards the end of this week, so I've got a little bit of time to do that. And these are Cara main crop, and they're still looking okay, so they can stay in for a while. So yeah, what I did is I tidied that bed up there. Obviously this one's done now. Get some manure around that. Been harvesting my sweet corn, my successful sweet corn, may I add. Yeah, harvested the dwarf beans, weeded that bed, so that's all sorted. I'm probably going to put some, I don't know whether I can get hold of any leaf mould, but if I can't get leaf mould, it'll probably be some of the compost that I get from the recycling centre. So that bed's put to bed. Add a little bit of weed around the brassicas. Weeded the spring onion bed, so they're all nicely weeded. Gave them a water as well, and also weeded this bed. So got a little bit done through the week. And also, I don't know if anybody's seen, I put a post up the other day, I think it was yesterday. Mrs. Veg Plot Man came down and harvested some cut flowers from this bed and that, and she made 3 lovely vases for the window ledge. So yeah, but anyway, let's chat. Let's get back into that greenhouse, get some work done. Keep the back straight, Mal, keep the back straight. Just move those watering cans. Right, now I'm going to start and get this sweet corn out, and I'm also going to get this cucumber out as well. But what I'm going to do first of all is just chop these down so I can get them to a manageable size. See, there we go. That's one of the cobs. There's absolutely nothing in that. You can see there, it's all. So I don't think it's something I'll be doing again now the sock treatment's worked. This one feels a little better, but I'm not expecting too much. Well, guys, it's not too bad, is it? That's definitely one for the pot. Put that to one side there. Right, just leave me to this, because it's going to take me a while to get this all down. It is quite, in fact I think it's going to take half the soil out with it. As you can see, I've got all this out, and I've still loads to do, and I'm dreading digging up those roots for the sweet corn, because I think I'll have to put about 5 bags of that compost in to fill them back up. But I'll tell you what I'm most devastated about. A melon were hidden amongst the cucumber and I've chopped it off. I'm absolutely gutted. But that sums me and melons up this year. Never mind, we'll go again next year. Well, that's taken some doing, is that? Quite humid in here, as you can imagine. To be fair, the roots of the sweet corn came out quite easy. Just chopped around them. Give it a little dig over now. I've taken any bit of weeds out that I can, and the black gold's going on top. Gosh, get me out of here, it's boiling. So there we go. All nice and tidy. Very, very bright now. I'll just move those bags. The tomatoes now have got plenty of light coming in. I've taken the shade down that was on the side, and these Roma tomatoes, excuse me, these Roma tomatoes will now get a little bit more light as well, so I'll get a bit of leaf off those. Yeah, lost a melon, but gained a few cucumbers out of there. There we go. So 5 cucumbers, all of a decent size. What a shame that is. What a shame. What were you reckoning? Probably another 6 weeks. That could have got to some size. But you know what? Next year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Let's go back in. I'm going to dedicate the back of that bed there. I'm going to put up some form of structure, like a trellis, and I'm going to put my melons in there. And hopefully I'll be able to see them. They're not mixed in with cucumbers and things like that. And then I'll just do tomatoes down both sides. Right, I'll tell you what, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to put kettle on. Right, that brew were lovely, but it's back to it. So, as you can see, the leaves on this cucumber here are shot. And to be fair, we've had loads of cucumbers, despite my pessimistic view early on. I was getting loads of flowers and not enough fruit, but that was just me being impatient. Here I have, well, that's 4 to press. There's a little one down there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, the small one on here, what I'm going to do, I might let that form, so I'll cut off everything beyond the main stem. There's a couple on there that I'll leave just to go for it. Right, so that's all loose and away from the main stem. Look at me crawling about on the floor. This is where I get all my aches and pains, because I can't put myself in these positions anymore. So, there we go. There's another one, look. Three more. Right, hang on. There's another one here. This is certainly easier than the other greenhouse. In between filming that, you're looking at, that probably took me about the best part of an hour to do. Gets tangled up everywhere. Right, let's just shift that and see where we are. Help, we've got another one here, look. Help. Got another one down here. What the heck? Right. Get everything away from that near stem, like that. And what have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half. Right, so that's that. I'm going to get these swept out. And as I say, I'm just going to leave this little bit here because there's a couple on there that might come. Then again, my impatience might not let me do that. Yeah, I'm going to get these swept out. And then I've got to definitely start and get these leaves off the sweet California peppers. As you can see, my zabranche are all now ripening. So a little bit of work to do in here, but by end of play today, both greenhouses will have been sorted, and that's just another job off the list. My impatience got the better of me, and that cucumber plant went. We're now all lovely and tidy underneath the benches. And as I say, I like to finish a job. So once I start doing something like this, it's great to get the jobs done there and then, you know, and you're not coming back to them. So it's all about how much I bite off. So I won't bite off more than I can chew. So today, the key things were to come down and do both these greenhouses and the centerpiece, the bed there, and I've managed to do that. I'm not going to start and take these off because it's a job that I know I'm not going to finish. So I'll leave that. I'll probably give that a crack tomorrow. But I'm going to go right back to where we started to finish that job off. What I'm going to do is I've decided I'm going to use this black gold around the base of this bed, and I'm going to top it with a little bit of manure later on. So I'm just going to put one bag on each side. And I think that should be suffice. Don't forget your back, Mal. Don't forget your back. Last one. Save your bags. There we go. All nice, weed free, top dressed, and that can sit like that. There'll be a little bit of manure going, as I say, and that can sit like that now until next season. Mustn't forget to take my seed heads in. So the only job that I'm not going to complete today is this burning. I can pick and choose what goes in the compost. So all that sweet corn with its big thick stems takes a while to break down. So I don't bother putting that sort of stuff in there. I get that in here. I'll put another ton bag over it to keep it dry. When it dries off, I'll get it in the burning bin. So I think mission completed today. Oh, I'll show you one thing that I've just spotted on the way down. I've got a number of butternut squash that have started to come through. There's another couple over there. And also I've seen these little ones appearing here. So I think what I'm going to do is cut that leader off and leave it at that. But one that I did spot, that's where I'm stepping. Can you see? I can't see it where I am. Can you see it just through there? I'll step over. That's a nice one, isn't it? Hopefully there's a few more of those on. And also over here there are some very nice cut neck forming. So things are still growing and coming along. Look at this lettuce, absolutely beautiful. Right, I think it's brew time again. So I think that brings us to the end of this weekend's videos. As I say, I came down with a little list that I needed to achieve, and I've managed to do that. I'll come down tomorrow, which is Sunday. I'm filming this on Saturday. I'll come down tomorrow just for an hour in the morning, do the watering, and I'll probably strip those leaves back off the peppers. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a brew, I'm going to have my lunch, and then I'm going to get home, well, do the watering first, get home and prepare for the big match where Leeds United take on Arsenal, the big time Charlies of the Premier League. So that could be a bit of a baptism of fire for Leeds. But no, I'm really glad that everybody could join me today. I hope that you all have a terrific weekend. It's a long weekend over here for us. It's Bank Holiday Monday. So I will be putting my feet up for a change. So I don't intend being down here tomorrow for too long. The wife's off on Bank Holiday Monday. So we're just going to sit and relax. I've actually started ripping out my garden at home because I've made a decision to go tropical. I've watched quite a few YouTube channels where they have created tropical type gardens, and I think the setting of my garden, the way it drops down in tiers, I think it'll really suit it, particularly at the bottom, where I can make that really sort of enclosed jungle feel, and then a little bit around the hot tub, but that won't be too sort of intense, you know what I mean? I want a little bit of light up there, and then obviously the top deck is where we sit and we catch the rays. So I've started that, to be honest. If you've noticed, well, you might not have noticed because the camera's where they normally are, the bananas, they've gone, and I've taken them home and planted the big one up. I've got to look where I'm going to put the little one. So yeah, so autumn's not even here, and I've already started the renovations of the garden at home. Anyway, I'm going to get off because I need to get back, get prepared for the big game. So until I see you next time, everybody take care. Thank you very much for your comments, your likes. If you are watching and you've not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It would be much appreciated. And give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. So until next time, take care and happy growing.